The Stateless Solution-Introductory Foreword. June 11th, 2024. The Stateless newsletter was written with the express purpose of advocating for self-governance and minarchism through a range of policies and constitutions which would hand power away from the state and into people's hands. When we say stateless, we do not mean some sense of anarchy, although some may consider it a form of anarchism. We really mean the dissolution of the state as an idea and a structure. The state in its original form seeks to control a huge plethora of cultures, communities and nations in a centralised form. We believe it is not the state that makes a nation, rather its people, its community and its culture. We champion replacing the state with a plethora of self-governing styles such as county councils and devolved powers. We believe each community should have its own form of governance and, in a way, its own micronation. We believe that no overarching structure should control the entire four corners of the US and the UK or any other nation. Rather, the communities should govern themselves through the use of devolved powers and councils made up of elected representatives from the local community. There should be no UK government, but rather a set of small governing bodies and communities which come together to form this great nation, completely independent from the state. It would function in a way that if one community wanted, for instance, looser drug laws, then it can vote that in and have it, but if a community in a different part of the UK was opposed to it, their laws would remain the same. It is a true expression of self-governance that champions off-grid living and independence from the state and big corporations, creating an economy which is truly free of regulations from the state, as we believe regulations only favour big corporations, and that in a truly free market, big corporations who exploit people for profit would not be able to function because they are no longer subsidised by the government, and there are no regulations keeping a person from starting their own small businesses on their own property, or another person's property with their permission, and building a thriving small business or industry, free from regulations, meaning more sustainable and ethical options would be available for consumers. Combining these two aspects of a free market means that corporations who exploit people for profit will not survive in a truly free market, as better options will always be available.